Today we're going to look at two of my favorite attacks out of the clamp position. And one of them especially is very underrated. You don't see it a lot, and I think that it's actually a very useful attack, not only because it's, when you get it, it's a very devastating submission, but it also leads you directly into other attacks. It prompts Kazushi, it prompts a response, and we love those sorts of attacks where they lead us into other attacks that give us even more control. That attack is gatame. So let's start with our basic clamp position, the so-called clamp guard here, where we use a series of hip escapes and wedges and frames to get our body into a more optimal attacking position. You know, when we're talking about the butterfly guard, a lot of times, slightly easy here, people are thinking about finding ways of being useful from a position where our chests are separate, our feet are inside, and our knees are like this out here, okay? And you have a lot of things that you can do, right? You can create distance with your partner and height. You can advance into your partner. And from the seated butterfly, a lot of those attacks are very good. You can arm drag and start to elevate. But when you're with someone who is particularly aggressive and driving you back, sometimes while you're thinking about what to do from here, your partner is advancing forward. And so a lot of times I found myself in positions where I'm trying to set something up and my partner is advancing forward here. And before I know it, I'm now in a supine position where I was in a seated position. And all my attacks I'm thinking about are seated, but actually now I've got to start to transition to supine position because we were here thinking about our arm drag and stuff, and our partner just drives us flat, and now we're down. Okay, his knees are advancing forward. You can see what the issue is. So whenever we feel like our partner is advancing onto us, and we can't put a hand down behind us, the clamp is an excellent option. So just rotate a little bit this way. Okay, so he's going to advance forward. We're going to slip our knee, the far knee, to the inside position. If we can't do that, so like we're too late, and it's a timing issue, when he goes to drive his knees here, put knees on the floor here, good. We don't stay flat in the supine position. Scoot down a little bit this way. We don't stay flat like this. As soon as we feel like our partner's flattening us, we create an angle. We turn our hips very slightly out to the side. Then our hand, in this situation it's going to be my right hand, is going to go to our partner's shoulder, and we're going to use this position to place our shin in front of our partner's deltoid. The second knee is going to retract here to hold their shoulder in place, and our heel goes over the top. So look at it from the reverse angle. We want to place seated, but our partner advances on us here, walks their knees in, and starts to flatten us out. So, elbows in. So, we turn immediately, instead of staying flat here, we turn immediately to the side, hips go out, and we create a frame, a post here on our partner's shoulder with the intention of slipping our knee inside. Look how the elbow goes in, and there's the slip. Okay, so the knee is now in front of the shoulder. This second knee retracts here to bring his shoulder forward, and the heel connects right here to our knee. Okay, and now we have the clamp, right? What are we clamping? We're clamping our partner's head and shoulder. Their elbow is controlled. Their arm is an underhook. We have the overhook here. Okay, you don't have to wrap your partner's arm, though. The first entry often that people look to hit from here is omoplata, okay? And it's not bad, but if you do it enough, sometimes your partner can stiffen this arm a little bit and make it difficult to turn this corner. Whenever we feel that happening, we're going to create a little bit of a gap inside our partner's arm. So between the bicep here and our belly. We're going to give a little bit of a bridge, and we're going to put our elbow next to our partner's elbow, just like this. From here, we'll continue to bridge until we can slip our elbow through this gap. So if we were exaggerating it, what we're trying to do is bring our elbow through underneath here. You won't have a lot of space, so you'll wedge your way in. You're going to give a little bridge, and you're going to slip. Now, you'll notice that the forearm stays on the shoulder, then we slip the hand up to our shoulder, kind of like a violinist playing a violin. We squeeze it in place so that the wrist doesn't have any mobility. Now we put our elbow over our partner's elbow, and we hold our own elbow here. This hand can go to your shoulder. It can hold your elbow. Both of these are good. The control from of our partner's posture comes from our top knee, preventing them from moving away, and our bottom knee, preventing them from advancing. You can see the extension on the arm. Now from here, we move our hips away from our partner. We're facing their head on our side, and we can squeeze for the finish here. So this is this entry, if you look at what's happening here, we take our underhook, we keep our partner's arm high, and we want to straighten it out. There's going to be a gap between the pit of their elbow and our chest, and we're bringing the arm into that space. So once again, we're working, our partner comes over the top, we turn immediately to the side, and we slip the knee here. Then the second leg comes over the top. Maybe we want to attack omoplata. We have a strong, stiff, resisting person, so we slip the elbow here. We give a little bridge, and that's going to allow us to slip our arm through. Now you're going to go elbow to elbow with your partner. It's important also your back is not flat here. You won't have any tension in the arm. Instead, you're going to turn this way and hold. Now here's our finish. 1. If your partner begins to posture, you're going to use your heel to hold on to them and retract the leg. Now from here into the trap triangle, move our partner's arms out, and we have our finish. Okay? So your sequence once again. 1, 2, we turn to the side. We have inside knee, outside knee. Here's the stiff arm, very tight. Sometimes they're hugging you here, right? Yeah. There's not really a good omoplata. If we try to turn too much, we run into resistance a lot of times. The partner slips the arm back in front, creates a whole problem. So your elbow goes to the inside. Look, we're going to give a bridge. That's going to make a little space enough to slip our elbow through and slide up to this position. Elbow to elbow. You're going to turn on your side, look how the hip comes out, and you'll finish in this way. If you're holding your partner postures, you're simply going to retract, cross your ankles, knees together. You can scoop, pivot, cover the shoulder, and you're in your triangle. So, again, the gatame, it takes a little bit of time to practice and get comfortable with control, because the shrug is the main thing that holds your partner's wrist in place and prevents a rotation. But in conjunction with the clamp control that you can develop with your legs, it's a very strong position, and it's a very strong submission. It leads you into other things, not just the triangle, but many other attacks. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, let us know, and we'll see you soon.